Hello and welcome to yet another quick video where I'll be talking about challenges that leaders and organizations face. And today I'm going to talk about a question which has been asked to me literally, so many times in the past few days, which is like, how do we form performance-oriented teams? How do we get our people to do their best? So, there are three things I'd like you to keep in mind. The first is, first of all, when you're recruiting people, please be very, very careful about it. Please see whom you're getting into the system, because the way it is very essential for us to take good diet for our health, because whatever we intake is going to affect our health. Whatever we intake in our minds is going to impact our mental health. Similarly, the kind of people that we recruit, the people that we hire are going to decide the health of our company. Hence, it is extremely important to recruit good people. So whether you are taking the interviews or your HR is taking the interview, please have a list of relevant questions that you can ask, which have to include basic as well as a lot to do with situational questions. So just in case that you find it difficult to understand what questions to ask, please drop a message and I will send you the list of questions which you can tweak and understand how you can use them for your organizational benefit. The second very important thing is to have accountable culture. What do I mean by accountable culture? When you have people in your team who are good enough, now since we know that we have recruited good people, or whichever people they are, if they are recruited from before for some long time and they are working with you or whatever, whichever people are working in your team need to understand that this is an organization of accountability. So be it yourself, be it anybody, whoever has committed to whatsoever, it has to be made very clear that we keep commitments no matter what. And you will need to, first of all, as a leader, do this and set the benchmark, and then of course make it compulsory and make it a culture. Maybe give some extra brownie points, do whatever it takes, but see to it that each and every person in the organization is accountable. The third and the most important thing, extremely important thing, is that we need to create trusting teams. This video specifically also came to my mind because I had a recent experience with SpiceJet where they served filthy, smelly, and horrendous food. I of course complained to them and I tweeted about it and blah blah blah. However, it was an opportunity for me to understand that when the staff is not able to handle these kind of disputes or complaints, the customers really feel offended. Okay, when I told them that the food is not good, they did not pay heed to it and they just said, okay, there's nothing that we can do. If you want, you can maybe buy the food and stuff like that. And that was all okay, fine, that's gone. But one thing that really struck me at that point was that if we want to have businesses scale up, we need to have trusting teams. Now, what do I mean by trusting teams? First of all, whenever you are looking at people who need to go a long way with your organization, instead of looking at people who are very good at their work, of course we need people who are good at their work, but we need people who are not only good at their work, but more than their work, they are trustworthy. They talk sense, they believe in the company, they want to do something extraordinary for the company and are extremely honest. They are doing work because they love to do work and not because they just have to come and finish off their jobs. No. So we need to have people on board who are extremely trustworthy. The second important trait of these people is that they also need to have trust in their seniors or their leaders, that they can go to them and tell them that okay, there is a mistake that has happened from me and I want to correct it now. Okay, so we need to give that kind of trust to our teams who can come back and tell us that okay, they are not comfortable with something, they need training on something or whatsoever. So that kind of atmosphere has to be there, which is extremely important. And the third and the last and the most important thing is we need to empower our teams and allow them to take decisions which are essential to keep our clients happy. Okay, so for example, this spice jet thing, had that woman just told me that okay fine, if the food is not good, let me just get something else for you, it would have made me happy. It wasn't that, it was some very big thing, or I created a big thing. No, nothing like that happened. I just asked them for a feedback email where I can just drop my feedback, and they like got all worried or whatever, I don't know. They came with a tray full of food and everything, but it was too late by then. I was already offended, and I just did not want to have anything at that point in time. So my point is that if that staff was already empowered and told that okay fine, if something like this happens, you take a decision of whatever you want to do at that point, things wouldn't have blown out of proportion, or I wouldn't have had tweeted or whatsoever and all of those things. So the point is, whenever we are setting up teams, whenever we are running organizations, we are leaders. As leaders, the most essential thing that we need to do is trust our teams and empower them to take decisions which are in the benefit of the company and which delight the customer. So with that, I would like to come to an end of this video. If you need any further information about this, please get in touch. And it's Jaya Bhan signing off. Thank you so much.